Most people use AI to create random coloring books nobody buys. But instead of guessing what might sell, I used Claude AI to reverse engineer an actual best-selling KDP coloring book and then cloned the formula in minutes. So I found one of the best-selling coloring books on KDP, and instead of copying the pages one by one, I wanted to understand why this book was selling in the first place, because honestly, most people are using AI completely backwards. The real advantage is understanding what is already working. So the very first place I went was into the reviews. Why? Because if we want to understand why people are buying it, we want to actually see what they have to say about this book. So you can see this person is saying the pages are super cute and cozy. The designs are simple but still fun to color. Also, the illustrations have thick lines which make it easy to color with markers. This person also said it's calming to color and it is simple. This person says the pictures are big and nice. Here again, also this person is saying it's calming. So one major thing we take away is the pictures are big, nice. It has bold, thick outlines. The pictures are simple, cute, and cozy, which makes it perfect for relaxing. And now the next thing I did was to download some coloring images from this particular bestseller. To get this, I went again to the reviews because that's where we have customer pictures. So I'm downloading some of these pictures here right now and I'm heading into Claude AI. So I start feeding Claude AI with screenshots from these books. So in Claude AI, I'm saying attached is the cover of a best-selling coloring book and 3 of its interior pages. I want you to study them to understand the unique patterns. Also, from the reviews, some customers say they like the book because the images are simple, bold, thick, cute, and relaxing. However, if I wanted to replicate something similar, using the same unique patterns and style, what exactly would be the standout features of this bestseller coloring book? Almost immediately, it started noticing patterns that I would have completely missed myself. This is exactly why this book sells. Claude noticed that the book wasn't successful because the artwork was insanely detailed. It was actually the opposite. The designs were simple, repetitive, easy to complete, visually satisfying, and hyper-targeted towards a specific audience, which honestly changed the way I look at KDP coloring books entirely. And once Claude figured that out, everything else became way easier. So next, I had Claude generate an entire blueprint inspired by the bestseller's formula. So now I'm asking Claude AI, I would like for you to create an entire blueprint based on the structure and standout design of this bestseller's formula. Recreate the structure for my coloring book based on why the bestseller worked, from the theme and subject matter to the title, page composition, and cover strategy, as well as design. I intend to use 12 coloring pages for my coloring book, so I need the entire structure so that I can create my coloring book smoothly based on the bestseller structure pattern features. So now Claude has given, some options and is saying, what theme do you want your coloring book to be about? I'm going to go with cozy kitchen and baking. Now, who is our target buyer? So the target buyer will be teen girls. And now Claude is preparing the complete blueprint now. And once Claude AI had given me the blueprint, I use another AI tool to generate the pages, which honestly becomes way easier because Claude has already done the hard part. So now I'm saying to Claude AI, can you give me a detailed prompt for each of the pages? Because I am using AI to create the pages, I need every detail, background detail, line thickness, complete outlines, hand-drawn feel, and every other detail captured in the prompts for better accuracy. And I'm going to click on enter. Now that Claude AI has given every detailed prompt, all we're going to do is simply copy and paste into the AI tool to get the coloring pages. Now, starting with the page 1, I'm just going to click copy prompt. So now Claude AI has generated all of the prompts. So instead of generating random pages blindly, every single image now has a purpose. So I'm simply copying the first prompt for the page 1. I'm heading into text to coloring page. I'll paste the first prompt here, choose square. The difficulty level, I'm going to leave it as teenagers. And for the dimension, I'll leave it as square. I will generate one batch. And I'm just going to turn all this on here, remove watermark, and I'll generate. So this is one of the images that this AI tool created. This is looking really neat and cute. I'm going to do the same thing for the next page. I'll simply copy the prompt, go back into this AI tool and paste it. I'm using the same features, every other thing intact, and I'm going to generate as well. Can you see how beautiful this is? Bold thick outlines, the images are placed neatly, and it doesn't feel overly AI generated. Now, one of the things that a lot of AI tools actually struggle with is consistency, keeping up with the same thick outlines so that all of the images can feel like they are from the same book. And that's one of the reasons why I love this AI tool, because it also takes into cognizance consistency in terms of the outline, the thickness, and the image style. So just to test the consistency, I'm going to be doing one more page. So I'm going to show you the page 3. I'm copying the prompt here and I'm pasting it here. I'm keeping every other thing the same and I'm going to hit generate. Can you see how beautiful this is? This is looking so neat, so nice, and as well consistent in terms of the thickness and the image style. You can see that just by looking at these two images, they feel like they belong in the same coloring book. And that's one of the reasons why I love this AI tool. Of course, I'm not going to make you watch me generate every single page. I'm just going to follow the same flow of copying the prompt from Claude AI, pasting it into this AI tool and generating all the images. So I'm done creating all of the coloring pages. I've also downloaded them as well, and you can see how good they look. These are super cute and they are not even giving that overly AI generated vibe. You can see this. It has some hand-drawn effect to it, like the lines have this wobbly effect to it. In terms of the consistency, it is really consistent. A lot of other AI tools are only good for super simple images, but with this AI tool, which is one of the reasons I love it as well, when you give it really detailed prompting, it gives you feedback based on that prompt, irrespective of how detailed you make it, and it always comes out looking good. Now, although this tool is not 100% free, but if you want to get access and be able to create coloring images just like this, then you need to be subscribed to the pricing plan. Now, for this particular tool, it has 4 tiers of pricing. There's the starter, hobby, professional, and business. But one good thing is that they have a 30% off on the yearly plan. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last, but I believe it's going to be a better investment getting it at this 30% off. So if you look at the monthly and the yearly plan, you can see the yearly plan is way cheaper. Now, if you want to start your KDP journey, I usually advise that you start with a hobby plan because it gives you enough credit to use. That's actually the one I'm on. You could also do the professional plan if you are already into KDP and of course you want to scale up. The professional and business plan is super good. But if you're just starting out, you want to test things out, you want to know how things just work around, then the starter plan is a good idea for you. They also have top-up credit packs. So if peradventure, for some reason, your credits get exhausted before your subscription expires, you can easily just top up with some credits, and that way you can keep generating as you please. So the link to this AI tool is in my description. So you want to go click it and go check out this tool. Super good. I'm heading into Canva, into custom size, and I'll change the units to inches. Now, the width and the height that I'm going to be using is based on what Amazon KDP gives. So you can see for bleed, it's 8.625 by 8.75, which I'm going to input right here. Now I'm going to go and also set up my margin, of which I'm going to be using 0.375 and 0.375 for both the inside and outside margin. I'll simply use a square shape precisely. I would adjust the square shape to 0.38 approximately. I'll bring it to the edge here while I pull these guides over here. I'll do the same thing for the lower part as well. And then I'm going to duplicate it into 24 pages. And I'm going to be adding them one by one. I will ensure that it doesn't go beyond the bleed line. I will also be leaving a space after it, which would serve as the back of the page. So it's pretty much the same process, and I'm going to be doing the same thing to all of the images that I've generated with this AI tool. So I finished adding all of the coloring images to the Canva page, and I'm creating the cover now. I'm adding the custom size, which I got from KDP Cover Calculator, and I'm going to click Create New Design. I've added a template on top just to help me with better positioning and centralization. Now back in Claude AI, I'm saying now, can you give me the prompt to use in creating the cover page based on the structure and standout design of this bestsellers formula? So I'm copying the illustration prompt that Claude AI has given. Back in this same AI tool, I'm going to impute the prompt. I'm leaving the difficulty level as teenager. I'm going to generate 2 batches so I can have options to pick from. I will turn all of this on and I'm going to generate now. So we have these 2 and this is looking so good. I think I like this one here. So I'm going to go with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and download this PNG right here. I'll head into Claude AI and I'm going to add the image here. So I've attached it in Claude and I'm saying this is the coloring page version that the AI tool gave me. Can you give me the prompt to color it? The prompt should not be more than 430 characters. Now, one unique thing I love about this AI tool as well is not just are you able to create coloring pages, it also has a feature for you to color. So you can simply click the hamburger icon and go to colorize drawing. That way you'll be able to put in your image that you want to color. That's your coloring image. And you're going to choose the style. So for the style, these are how the outcome is going to look like depending on the style that is being chosen. For this, I'm going to leave it at flat coloring. I will describe the detail, which is what Claude AI has given. And I'm going to click create your coloring drawing. I would use 2 batches as well, just so that I have options. And I'll turn all of this on as well and generate. So these are the 2 options that the AI has given. And I think I prefer this one actually. So I'm going to go ahead and click download PNG. Once I've downloaded that, back in Canva, I'll go over to elements. I'll click on shapes and I'm going to bring this shape all the way this way and extend it to the end. I'm also going to reduce the transparency just so I'm able to see the template and know how to position what where. I'm uploading the cover page here like so. I'm giving some space above because I want to add the text. The next thing I'm going to do is I will take this transparency back to normal. I'll head into the color. I'll take the color picker here like so, just so that I can pick this particular orange color and it blends properly. Now the transparency goes back. I'm bringing in the text so I can add the title of the coloring book. So I've added the title as well as the subtitle. For the back page, I could just add some of the coloring images and then I can add the author name here like so. Once all that is said and done, I can return this to the normal color while I take out the template as I no longer have any use of it. So within minutes, I created the interior pages, the cover, the formatting, and the full coloring book inspired by the same formula behind the bestseller. And honestly, this final result looks way better than I expected. So here's the original bestseller and here's what Claude AI helped me build. And the craziest part is this entire process took a fraction of the time it would normally take manually if you were to come up with all of the prompting, the researching, knowing why the book works and everything. Honestly, I think this is where most people are getting AI completely wrong. They think the advantage is using AI to generate faster, but the real advantage is using AI to understand what is already working before you create anything. And if you want to see how I'm able to clone a bestseller coloring book with AI, just to show you the power of AI right now in the coloring book business, then watch the video you see on your screen right now.